So Lafayette came into the Fairfield shelter as a stray last year. They picked him up wearing a collar. Unfortunately, no microchips, and nobody came forward looking for him. He lived at Fairfield for about a year in one of our outdoor kennels, and then we pulled him right about a week ago now. And so he's been over at Final Victory for about the past week now, getting to spend a lot of time playing in the play yards and having a nice comfy bed now.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit more about his personality. I can tell he's pretty active right now, but what is he like on a daily basis?
So he's a hound. Hound people are hound people. You know, if you want a hound, you want a hound. They are stubborn, they are affectionate, they're cuddly. They're great dogs, they're great family dogs, definitely. I have a hound at home. I love her. She keeps my life very, we'll say active, but she keeps it fun. She keeps it fun. She, you know, they're more than happy to run around. They're more than happy to cuddle up. They're just really awesome dogs. You know, they're really, truly sweethearts. And he is definitely wanting to be a working dog. He loves to sniff. We were outside earlier. You felt him. He's a little wet because of the rain. We were outside sniffing. He got on the trail of something, and he was sniffing the entire probably 5-10 minutes that we were out there. He was sniffing.
All right, Lafayette now is already so curious about all of our poinsettias that we have in the studio here. And he's all decked out for Christmas, which I love to see. So what kind of home do you think would be really ideal for him?
So we've had a lot of our hounds go up to New England, and a lot of them live on acreage, and it's really the best thing for them. They get the ability to run and play and just really be true hounds. We would recommend against having him in an apartment just because they're more vocal dogs. You can get noise complaints pretty easily if they want to do their belting, and I can tell you when he gets on the scent, he likes to do his belting. So really, any home that's a little bit more active, has a little bit of more room for him, or somebody that likes to adventure a lot, you know, go out, let him get a lot of the sniffs that he wants to do.
Okay, so definitely someone with a lot of land maybe would be really great for a home like him.
Really would be.
How would you say that he would do with children maybe?
He's a sweetheart with children. He's met children a couple times, does great with them. He really does great with everybody he meets, and he's very sociable. Right now, he's definitely calmed down a lot, which is good. He's a little nervous. He doesn't know why he's here, what we're doing. But no, he does really good with the other dogs. He does really good with children, really good with really anybody he meets. He's a good time with.
Okay, yeah, I was going to ask, you know, how he may do with other dogs, maybe other cats.
So we would recommend no cats. He was probably a hunting dog at one point, and so we've seen a little bit of that prey drive with cats, but he does great with the other dogs. He goes out into the play yard, hangs out with them, still decompressing, but once he's done decompressing, he'll be paired up with another dog to be at the shelter with.
All right. Are there any health concerns maybe about Lafayette that a family should know about?
Nope. So we make sure that all of our dogs are fully set up medically, so they have all their vaccines, they're spayed and neutered, they're microchipped, the most important thing, so that we can get them home if they ever get lost. And he's ready to rock and roll. He is a truly ready to go guy.
All right. Well, we love to know that he's ready to go, ready to be in a loving, amazing family. And, you know, there actually have been some pups that we had on Primetime that recently got adopted. So we love to see that and love to hear that they're finding forever homes.
So Jean, who was one of our first dogs, she got adopted. She is doing amazing. The guy is absolutely in love. She does not leave his side. He loves it. She loves it. Roxy, who was one of our longtime residents, is now adopted, which is awesome. And then Javier, who was on last week, is also adopted and will be going up to his adopted home this weekend. Wow,
we love to see that. Well, we're going to pull up that full screen now of how you can adopt. So this is a 3-year-old red-bone coonhound, and obviously, as we have described Lafayette as vocal, goofy, adventurous, and really just best in a home with other dogs, not as much with cats. So that's just kind of reiterating some of the points here about Lafayette. And could you just talk to us a little bit more about the importance of rescuing animals around the holidays?
Yeah, so I mean, holidays, you always have animals. They get lost, they get out. You know, the shelters, we get an influx of animals. Unfortunately, you get a lot of the I want a puppy for Christmas, and then a few months later, you get the dogs back because they don't realize that it's a long-term commitment. So when you go to rescue a dog at the holiday time, it's really important to make sure that it's a correct idea.
Right. It's a forever thing.
Versus an emotional pickup, you know. You want to make sure it's the correct idea. And we see a lot of the dogs come in as strays. A lot of people are traveling, and so you get a lot of dogs that get lost in unfamiliar areas. So it's best to make sure that your dog has its collar, its tags, and a microchip.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for introducing us here to Lafayette. That is all we have for this week's edition of Primetime Pups. Make sure you join us back here every Monday night at 7:30 to meet another one of Final Victory's furry friends that is in need of another forever home. Let's check in now with meteorologist Eric Zernick for a quick look at that forecast.